All right, so this is for all the guys out there. Listen, don't make the same mistakes that I've made. I've made so many mistakes. I took my marriage and I killed it and I buried it. And I don't want you guys to make that same mistake. The mistakes, you know. And I waited until it was too late to see what I had done, to admit that I had been wrong all along. Um, you know, like, I mean, I kept looking at the things my wife did and seeing, and the only things I saw were the bad things. All I saw was the bad things. And it was so few bad things. It was so few bad things, but it's all I thought about. It's all that filled my mind when it came to her. So that's the only way I could think of her. And so I missed out on all the good things, all the times that she showed me love and that she kissed me and hugged me and every good experience we had, I missed out on. And the good far outweighed the bad, but all I could think about was the bad because I kept thinking about it. Because when I would think about it, I wouldn't stop myself from thinking about it and say, no, I'm going to think about the good things instead. And that's what I'm going to focus on. And I neglected my marriage. I put myself first. And I thought, well, I'm tired from work. I want to sit down and watch TV. And the last time I tried talking to her, she shot me down. So why should I talk to her now? And I closed my heart up to her, and I didn't open it up again for long periods of time. And then I'd try to open it up again, and I'd open it up at the wrong time when she was already mad at me because I already did something wrong. And then of course she was mad, and so I got hurt again, and I'd close it up again. And so I kept making these same mistakes again and again and again. And I mean, I didn't tell her every single day how much I loved her. I didn't tell her every single day how beautiful she is. Guys, you can't tell your woman that she's the most beautiful woman in the world because that was my woman. I was the one who had her. My woman was the most beautiful in the world. Is the most beautiful in the world. She's just not my woman anymore. But, I had her. And I didn't tell her. And I thought, well, looks aren't important, so why should I tell her? She already knows that I think she's the most beautiful woman in the world. Why should I keep telling her every single day? And I didn't even see all these posts of pictures of her. Every time she would post a picture of her, all these guys would be telling her how beautiful she is and all the heart faces and all this kind of stuff. But she kept coming to me and wanting to hear it from me. She didn't want to hear it from them. She wanted to hear it from me. And I just refused to tell her. Because I thought, well, she already knows. Why should I keep telling her? And why should she think it's so important when it's not? Who she is as a person is more important. And I neglected both who she is as a person and reminding her of her beauty. Reminding her of the things she wanted to be reminded of about how I felt about her. And so, don't make these same mistakes, guys, or you'll end up in the same place as me. Wanting her, and she don't want nothing to do with you. She's already moved on, and, you're just a painful memory from the past, and that's all. You don't have to let it get that way. You don't, I was so blinded to everything. I had it all. I was the most blessed man who's ever lived because of her. And I threw it away. I just completely neglected it. And I didn't even see it until it was too late. And she treated me like a king, and I acted like a king who was treating her like a peasant, when I should have acted like a peasant treating her like a queen. Because reality got all backwards inside my head, and I didn't see things the way they really were. so prideful, so selfish, so just guys, don't end up like me. Don't end up where I'm at. You don't have to. You don't have to make those mistakes. It doesn't matter how she treats you. Treat her right. Because you don't treat her right because of how she treats you. You treat her right because that's what she deserves to be treated like. And I didn't see that. I saw it as she didn't treat me right, so why should I? And I didn't see all the times she did treat me right. Because I was too busy thinking about the few times when she didn't. Don't make those same mistakes, guys. Please.